So what do we do about this? What are the responses? What should America as a nation be doing about it? What should investors be doing about it?
Well, look, what I say is going to sound bombastic and maybe even crazy to some, but given the fact that we have proven what their agenda is with Belt and Road, we know exactly what they're doing by acquiring ports, by debt lending into natural resources in Northern Africa, bribing officials in every country that they do business in. We know what their agenda is. They're stealing IP from us, they're spying on us, they are not our friend. And if you look at the most recent intelligence assessment, they call China, quote, a hard target with Russia and Iran.
Okay.
So our intelligence apparatus says one thing, our investment apparatus says, well, by God, we need to keep chasing profits. And there's a big syntax between the two. So what I think we should do is disengage. I think we should stop funding China's largesse because we're funding it with our dollars and our
We've bailed them
economy.
out. Gordon Chang says we bailed them out multiple times.
He's absolutely right. Every president of the United States has bailed them out every time. We should stop that. And I hope Trump has the guts to do it. You know, he's got a couple of impediments in the administration. One's related to him, one isn't, that have been bought by the Chinese. Everyone else in the intelligence apparatus, the military apparatus, and his cabinet, they understand what China's doing. We need to hold the line here. We don't need to do a deal where we get the Chinese to buy some soybeans from us and we call it a day.
No,
that would be the worst thing we could possibly do.
No, I agree with you. 10 years ago, I wrote a report for the Pentagon on economic warfare. And I kept mentioning that China was an adversary. And they kept saying, no, China is our friend. This is inside the Pentagon. China's our friend. Well, they're our banker. Why would they ever hurt us? They would never. I said, you don't understand. You got to read Unrestricted Warfare. You got to read The China Dream, which came out later. You got to understand the Chinese mindset. They're playing the long game, and they're playing for dominance here.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't see it. But the answer, I think you're right, is disengagement. Because we actually can withstand that. They cannot.
We can withstand that easily. You know, those that said, oh, the alarmists that said, oh, if we impose 10% tariffs on China, prices, everything are going to go up 10%. It's the U.S. consumer going to pay.
It hasn't happened.
Look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. Prices have gone down.
Yeah, it has not happened.
Import prices have gone down since we imposed 10% tariffs. What happens is the price in dollars to the Chinese go up. Doesn't change ours price at all. And those alarmists are economists that are bought and paid for by the Chinese. They fund our think tanks, they fund our academics, and they get them to write white papers supporting the Chinese position.
And they control a vast amount of Hollywood so that you can't make a movie without Chinese approval. I mean, the big new thing is Top Gun. They took off. You know, this is why Richard Gere doesn't get parts. People say, well, I haven't heard anything from Richard Gere. Well, he's friends with the Dalai Lama, and that's unapproved.
Yeah.
So
it is remarkable that they got Maverick's jacket and they took the Japanese flag and the Taiwanese flag off his jacket.
Yeah.
Because we are China apologists and Hollywood. Hollywood has sold them their soul to the Chinese.
And Wall Street, like you said.